Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Incineroar in the Ultra League here. So I am going to actually have a rank 2, looking pretty good here. It's going to be sitting at 0, 12, 15, right on 2500. Alright, so with that said, let's see what we have going on here. We're going to be pairing it up with several different Pokemon here, and then towards the end we're actually going to just take it off the team because it was starting to counter me so hard. And I want you to see something fun. We'll get into it when that comes. But for now, let's see what we have going on here. Jumping right into this. Oh, we're going to be using Darkest Lariat as well. And it does come in handy. It's pretty good. Hits like a truck. It's a nuke. Getting stabbed from that. Very nice. Also, I do have enough XL candies. As you can see, 428 left over. Even after actually completely maxing one out to level 50. So whenever they come out with a Shadow, that's actually going to be pretty interesting as well. So I do have those candies ready to go. Alright, so Incineroar, let's get it on. Alright, up against the Shadow Ampharos, they're going to be retreating and bringing in their Giratina. Now, most people know that you're going to be going with Darkest Lariat, so we're going to go ahead and just bait a little bit here, getting a shield out of them with the Blast Burn there. We're going to go ahead and let this go, as they do have Shadow Claw. We're going to be resisting that. And this is gonna, we'll survive this, but barely. But we're gonna go ahead and use that shield to make sure we do hold on to this thing here. Gonna go for another Blast Burn to get their shield, and we do fantastic. Swapping into Tapu Fini. Giratina is a tank, and it still has quite a bit of health, so we kind of do need to land that Darkest Lariat sometime here. They're swapping into their Ampharos and going for a Trailblaze, and we're able to Water Gun down. Alright, can we get to the Moonblast? That is the question, and they're going to be throwing before we do, which is fine, as they're going to be using up that energy here, and since we just set it up perfectly for ourselves, we're going to be able to go for that Darkest Lariat with our Incineroar and take the win. Yeah, so for the first set that I did use it, I did go 5-0, so that's what we're taking a look at here. Now, they did encounter Gengar there, so... Or we encountered their Gengar and they just backed out, so that's a free win there. I don't blame them, okay? There's games where you're going to see here shortly, towards the end, I did the same thing for a reason. Okay, so we had a good lead there up against Venusaur. They're going to be swapping into Poliwrath, and we bring in the Giratina. Why not bring in Tapu Fini? Yeah, I know, I should have, right? But Poliwrath could actually put up a pretty good fight going up against that thing. Spamming the Scold attack over and over again, as it takes you a while to get to the Moonblast, and then your water moves are not very effective, so at the end of the day it could be an okay matchup for Poliwrath. So we'll just go with this one here with the Giratina. Getting to the next Dragon Claw, don't think this is enough, but if we get a shield out of them, that'd be great. Okay, getting a shield sounds good, and I do believe I'm going to be shielding this up myself as well, but they've lowered my attack so much at this point, I don't know, but okay, they're going to swap and bring in a Sylveon, and I'm actually going to retreat with a Dragon Claw ready to go on my Giratina, as I do bring in my Tapu Fini to go up against their Sylveon here, and wanting to get to 2 Surfs. Going to go ahead and throw the first one, and not using our last shield here. They still have one themselves, going for the next Surf. Let's see if they use it. I would assume they do, and they do fantastic. Alright, now we are going to be part fire, so we don't need to worry about taking super effective damage. But what we're going to do is go ahead and bring in the Giratina to get off the Dragon Claw, which is not very effective, but at this point now we can farm down with a not very effective quick move that is going to allow us to gain a ton of energy coming out of this game. And we're going to go ahead and let that go, holding onto our last shield, knowing that it is going to be not very effective. Psyshock bringing in their Venusaur, folks, and they catch right here, which is okay because we did build up to 2. Great catch, but unfortunately just not enough there. And we're going to take the win with Incineroar. Not just a part of the team, but actually doing a lot as well, as you can see here, really holding it down. So we're going to go ahead and just continue on here. We're not going to go completely no transitions throughout the entire video, as you've seen already, but once we get towards the end, we are actually going to go just no transitions, just unfiltered, so you can see back to back what they throw at me. Alright, so we are up against a Muck. This is going to be a pretty good matchup here for us here. Not resisting the poison, but they don't have poison jab, so we don't have to worry about that there. Gonna go for the Blast Burn, of course. We're gonna let this go. This is no problem. That's not gonna be like something super deadly. Just an Acid Spray. Retreating and bringing in a Talonflame, and we're gonna immediately bring in our Tapu Fini. Now, if this is a Brave Bird, it's going to hurt quite a bit. It is a Brave Bird. See, now that's the benefit of going with that move instead of Fly now, is that people think you may be going with fly, not doing as much damage, but look at that. But we still survive. We did what we needed to do here, and they're actually going to be throwing, I think we'll still survive an acid spray, or they go straight Dark Pulse, okay? And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Giratina to farm them down, and they're not looking good. What you got on the back there, it is going to be a Greninja, so technically, no, that's, you know, that thing, they have 2 shields here, but the thing is, we have Dragon Breath. If we had Shadow Claw, they would be in a much better position, and this is the reason why I go with Dragon Breath, specifically if I encounter Dark types. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and swap. Check this out. So they thought we were going to throw and catch, so they go for Hydro Cannon. That's why. They didn't make a mistake, I'm pretty sure. And then we catch the damn Dark Pulse after they go for it with... Oh man, that was just funny to me. Anyways, we're going to be looking good there. We did get kind of a free win with the Gengar. Unfortunately, would have liked to see that play out. Alright, shout out to my man here. Alright, he's leading with a good lead. And we're going to go ahead and swap into our Giratina here. Because I don't want to go into my Tapu Fini. And they bring in some sort of grass type and I'm screwed, right? And technically this is still not a bad matchup. It's really not with Dragon Breath. Again, this is why I roll with Dragon Breath. Want to go with Shadow Force, but you know, I don't really get off Shadow Sneak too much, so I just might have to put it back on there. Alrighty, so going for the Dragon Claw, getting a shield out of them here. Now this is going to be enough to take us out, so I do think we're gonna, yeah, use our first shield here. And they're still staying in here. Okay, swapping into the Cresselia now. And we're going to go ahead and retreat with energy on that Giratina with both a Shadow Sneak as well as a Dragon Claw. Bringing in the Incineroar here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Darkest Lariat. Let's see if they let it go. And he does. Fantastic. And we still don't need to worry about getting knocked out here. Moonblast, you know, we are part dark, but we're totally fine. And we're going to be able to almost farm them down. Son of a gun. We'll let this grass knot go for sure. And we survive with 1 HP and get off a damn blast burn. Let's go. Alright, that's a little bit of a nuisance there for him, I would imagine. And they do have a Venusaur in the back. I mean, there's really nothing much you can do here in this situation. After I did swap with that Giratina there, it was looking pretty good. And at this point, I mean, we still have 2 shields, so I think we're going to be looking okay. Absolutely going to shield this up to get to the next Dragon Claw. And then the Tapu Fini is just going to completely wall the Obstagoon. So shout out to him. This is a friend of mine as well. And yeah, good game. I was surprised I was able to pull that one off there with the Obstagoon up front, but we still pulled it off, and it was a good game. So, yep, shout out to you, my man. And let's see what we have for the next battle here. And we're going to be met with a Registeel. Let's go. All right, folks, I have a little confession here. I literally finished the video commentary, and I did one long stretch from about a minute ago to the end, and I accidentally pushed back. It's a stupid feature on this freaking recording thing that I have here, and it deleted everything. So, all right, let's do it again. I'm going to try to be as enthusiastic as possible. So, great lead there, though, up against that Registeel. They're going to be catching with that Poliwrath, and I'm going to swap into my Tapu Fini. Now, I really don't like this matchup here. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. So, we're going to go for the Moonblast here. Now, if they let it go, no problem. Sounds good. Okay, fantastic. It's just so annoying when they shield it up. And I'm not blaming them. That's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, so they're bringing back the Registeel. And they go for the Zap Cannon, taking this out, of course, no problem. I think we're going to want to bring in our Incineroar, and they do swap into their Virizion. We're going to go ahead and throw this Blast Burn. I think they just got to a charge move, though, unfortunately. And, oh, okay, never mind, swapping into the Giratina. Now, let's see if they have Stone Edge. If they don't, then, well, yeah, we're going to completely wall them. There's literally nothing that they can do. So, Giratina and Skeledirge, Ghost-type Pokemon, essentially, will completely shut it down. Maybe, so yeah, you need Ghost and Fire, and then what else was that? It's Ghost and Dragon, so yeah, Dragon resist the grass, right? Okay, so this is looking good here. I think we're just going to want to farm them down, although the Leaf Blade is starting to add up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and just throw that Dragon Claw here, take them out, and they're bringing back that Registeel. Going to go for that Dragon Claw here. It's not very effective, but hey, they're still shielding it up. They do not want this to get past, and we're definitely going to be shielding this up for whatever reason. And what do they have in the back? What was that? Okay, I was completely spacing that out. All right, sorry. I was just so like annoyed by me deleting all that. I can't believe it. Next game, we're met with a Skeledirge. Just chef's kiss. Great battle here. All right, so we can let a couple of the disarming voices go. Let's see how much they do. altogether here. So going for a blast burn, trying to bait them, but they let it go. Good call there. Going for the disarming voice. Oh yeah, we can let one more. I think we're going to want to shield up the next one here. We can survive it, but it's going to be close, and then I don't want them to shield up and then farm me down. Exactly, they're shielding it up, so let's just outpace them to the next one. But they are actually going to swap after they get this off here. So they go for the disarming voice, or we swap. Okay, catching with the Tapu Fini. And let's see what they decide to bring in. An Ampharos, of course, is an Ampharos. As long as we get to the surf, we're going to be looking okay here. And they could farm us down, but they actually don't. Let's see. Yeah, I think they could have farmed us down here. So throwing their energy, which is great for me. Going for a Thunder Punch, sounds good. Definitely going to have a brutal swing on that thing for sure. So we're bringing in the Giratina. They do throw a blind Thunder Punch because they were probably thinking I was going to be bringing back Incineroar. All right, so let's see it. Of course, it's going to have Brutal Swing. There it is. Sounds good. Farming them down. Have a lot of energy here on this. And they're bringing in for Alligator. This is going to get a little tricky here. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off, but I think we can. No problem. Getting to the next Dragon Claw sounds good here. So that Shadow Claw on that for Alligator is really adding up, especially as a Shadow, but they're actually going to throw here. Let's just say Hydro Cannon. Okay, sounds good. Bringing in the Incineroar, our last Pokemon, going for the Blast Burn, which will be enough to take them out. Down goes the Feraligatr, and we are going to be able to quick move down their Skeledirge with the Incineroar to take this win here. Looking good. I wanted to run double kick on it, but I wouldn't be able to pull that off there. All right, so Komodo completely shuts me down. I just backed out. I said, nah, I'm good. I could have bring in Tapu Fini, but I was just not feeling it. And then it started to kind of shut me down a little bit. And then we're going to actually remove everything on the team that we have, put a completely new team together, and I want you to see what it does, okay? So we already all know, but it's so fun to just look at more examples as how manipulative this Go Battle League's matchmaking system is. All right, so next game, Poliwrath, still not too good of a lead for us. I swap into Giratina. They have a Drapion, and I back out. Sure, I could have put up a fight, but it was getting later towards the night, and I had friends over, so I was just like, all right, look, this is just getting a little ridiculous here. Let's just get this over with. I have some good battles. I got a 5-0, and now it's starting to kind of really counter me here, so let's see what they're going to do next. I put that Giratina up front. Now, it's kind of thinking, and it's actually going to kick me out altogether because this is what Go Battle League is. I left this part in here intentionally for you to see how it kind of screws its own self over. It's like, oh, you switch your team? Oh, okay, God, throw a new counter at him. Okay, get ready. Giratina up front, Alolan Sandslash. You see that shit? You see how many? Do you see why I had an error? It kicked me out, and then it was like, oh yeah, we gotta hold on. We gotta reconfigure this. Okay, you gotta Ghost up there. Okay. Dragon 2 sounds good. So we got that Shadow Claw, super effective, and then the Powdered Snow or the Ice Punch. Yeah, perfect. That's gonna be great matchup for you. It does this. Okay, anyways, let's see if we can pull this off here, because I'm not backing out. I just wanted to show you this example. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it off. Bad lead. Building up to a good amount of energy here. We'll let this go because we want to farm them up a little bit more here before we do throw the Darkest Lariat. And it's going crazy, taunting the Giratina there. I do believe it's going to taunt again here. Going for a Blast Burn. Oh yeah, it's taunting that Poliwrath. It's going on a rampage. Doing some decent damage there, bringing in the Giratina, and they do have, of course, that Alolan Sandslash. This isn't going to happen, folks. So what we're going to do is actually just back out here in just a second. I just wanted to leave this in here so you can see exactly what I'm dealing with here. It's complete and utter nonsense. All right, so we're actually going to switch up the team completely. So we're going to have no more Incineroar. Okay, we're going to take that off the team for now. I just want to show you, okay? Hopefully you did enjoy those battles there. Some pretty good examples, but now I need to show you why you shouldn't really care about Go Battle League, okay? You already saw that with the Giratina. We have many examples. So we'll get Clefairy, Skeledirge, and Empoleon on the team. Sounds good. Let's see what happens here. All right, after giving me all those bad leads, can you give me a good lead? And they do. They give me a Giratina. Fantastic. Let's stay here. Let's see what we have going on. See if we can pull this off. You know what's going to be crazy? We have a Fire and a Steel in the back, okay? It finally gave me a little something because this person is actually, I do believe, going to have double Fairy in the back, which The Empoleon with its new steel wing makes quick work of them. You better believe it. It is very satisfying to see here. All right, so the Clefable is just, handling this Giratina with ease like it usually does. And down it goes, so we're winning that matchup. All right. And, oh yeah, this is going to be the double fairy team. Oh, you better freaking believe it. All right, so we're actually going to just stay here. Let them farm us down with Charm, no problem at all, as we do have 2 counters to this. So there's Shadow. We're just going to go ahead and bring in the Empoleon. This is a wrap. They swap, and they do have Sylveon in the back. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, it really gave it to me this time, because it gives it to you, and then it hard counters you. So it's really giving it to me now. And this is why, if you're thinking, well, what's the problem? I don't want to just win like this. I just want somebody that to battle that has random team. I don't want this. Even if it's good for you, sure, it's nice, if it gives you wins, but I just want to battle a random person, you know what I mean? So this is why you shouldn't really care. It's too manipulated. All right, let's see what they throw at us next with this team that we do have here. Let's see how long we can use this random ass team. It's actually not that bad, I suppose. All right, so we have our next matchup. The game found one for us. Clefairy into, all right, not too good for us, a fire type. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Empoleon. And I really wish I had Waterfall right about now, because, well, Steel Wing is, of course, resisted by fire and electric. And we need to do damage against both of those. So not good for us here. And, of course, they have Thunder Punch. So, yep, not looking too good for us right now with that bad lead. All right, so swapping into the Clefable here, building up a little bit of extra energy because we're gonna need it for later. We're not gonna throw it at Talonflame. It's gonna be pointless. Hopefully the Skeletor is just gonna be able to handle whatever's back there, and it is gonna be a Shadow for Alligator, so I just back out. So let's go ahead and swap this here. So we're gonna put Poliwrath up front, Snorlax in the back, and Skeledirge in the middle. So let's see what they throw at me this time with that Poliwrath and Snorlax in the back. And I'm not going to cut anything out here so you can see exactly what I see too. So I'm not like manipulating the battles or something. Like, look it. Wow, Tapu Koko. No kidding. You don't say. I swap into Snorlax and there's an Annihilate. So I back out, go back in, try it again. You can't make this up. You see this? Yeah. All of a sudden just magically there. The type that's strong against me, right? All right, next game. What do we got? I'm having fun with it. A Cobalion. Okay, we have a decent lead here. Okay, let's go. They give it to you, then they hard counter you. They give it to you, they hard counter you. Sometimes they hard counter you. Sometimes they give it. It's really frustrating. So, all right, let's work with what we got going on here. This was obviously good, so let's work with it. And again, I have to say, it's not me being like, oh, it's a bad lead, I gotta back out. No, it's not that. But when it's such a hard counter lead, and then to the swap, you're just like, okay. It's not a matter of, oh, I'm mad. It's just a matter of, okay, I'll back out. I'll find a new game. No problem. We don't have any trouble here. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to be funny with it, folks. It's not about being mad about it anymore. At this point, it's just entertaining. All right. Stone Edge, the phase. Oh, maybe they thought I was going to bring in something else. But anyways, let's go ahead and go for the Scold here. And we do drop their attack, so the Sacred Sword is, not going to do as much damage as it would before. And we counter them down with our good lead. That was where we started with that Cobalion. Sounds good. And if we can't pull this off, we're so scrubby. Okay. And then we're going to go for the Icy Wind here. And we still do have 2 shields, so I think we'll just let this go. Swap into Skeledirge, and they do have an Aurorus in the back. Okay. And this could, obviously be bad if I let something go here. So we will shield up whatever they do throw at me. But they're shieldless, so we have 2 shields. It doesn't even really matter. And the Mandibuzz, it can't take me out at one shot. I mean, Dark Pulse or Foul Play, whatever it has, it's just simply not going to be enough. Super effective and all, but just not going to cut it. And to get into it, I'm going to let it go just to see it. Foul Play, and we take that win. All right, no transition here, folks. We're just going to keep it. Slide it into the next battle. Let's see what we're gonna be met with this time. That was a good lead. So it was bad, good. Let's see what we got this time around. And let's also see how our opponent can pull it off as well. All right, we have our next opponent here, and we're met with oh, look at that, an Ampharos. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swap into Snorlax. They bring in Poliwrath. I'm just gonna back out. Okay. Okay, let's keep it going. Next one. So So bad, good, bad. So we're in for a good one right now, right? Let's see if they give us a good lead here. What are they going to give us? Something juicy. Oh, another bad lead, a Whimsicott. They said the hell with you and your good lead this time. You're going to get 3 bad ones. All right, so we swap into Snorlax. It's not quit. It's not quit yet. Skeleturge. Okay. Okay. Again, you know, I'm not trying to waste all my time. Most of these are not going to be doable. And I just want to quickly, rapidly show you the leads. All right, now they're giving me a good one. They're like, okay, give them a fire. But can't Arcanine have Wild Charge? So that could be bad. All right, they're actually retreating with energy on that Arcanine. Or should I say Arcanine. And bringing in an Ampharos. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Shadow Snorlax here. Go for that Body Slam immediately. They're going to be using a shield. Kind of thought they were going to hit me with the Focus Blast here. Let's see. Oh, no shit. Okay, it is a Focus. All right, what is the Focus Blast? As soon as I got hit with that, I'm getting flashbacks. I actually got a little annoyed. I was like, of course it was. Of course it was. All right, so we're going to let this go here, hitting me with a Psychic Fangs, which is going to be super effective, but it's going to be best to let that first one go at this point here. Going for the Skull, they're shielding it up, and they're left with no more shields left, right? Is that their last shield that they just used there? Hitting me with another Psychic Fangs, retreating and bringing in their Greninja. We're going to go for a Skull. I mean, I know it's not very effective, but it's still doing a good amount. Bringing in Skeletor, still holding on to 1 shield. We can actually take a charge move here, so we're just going to let this go. Hitting me with a Night Slash. Perfect. And we get to the disarming voice. Oh, that's just all I needed to do here. Taking out the Greninja, and we're looking good. There you have it, folks. Just having a little fun with it, showing you the leads here. And it's getting pretty wild, right? It's pretty funny how that works out there. Pay attention to what they throw at you, and you'll see. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!